Hey, what's up guys? It's Scares here. Now our first story of today comes from the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley boxing match that took place just last night. Now for those of you who don't know, Jake Paul was set to fight the boxer Tommy Fury, who is Tyson Fury's brother. They were going to fight last night, but Tommy Fury actually backed out a couple weeks ago. But Jake Paul's last opponent, Tyron Woodley, decided to accept this fight with only 2 weeks notice. So Tyron decided to fight Jake for a rematch. He lost last time to a split decision, but keep in mind, Tyron Woodley is still a former UFC champion. People were still very excited to see him fight. They wanted to see if he would be able to win or knock out Jake Paul. Jake Paul even offered him $500,000 if he was able to knock him out. And this fight ended up being absolutely massive last night. You had literally everyone talking about this. It looks like it was one of, if not the biggest fight from a YouTuber we have ever seen. It might have been Jake Paul's biggest fight ever. And the fight itself seemed pretty close throughout most of it. I mean, some people said that Jake Paul was edging out Tyron Woodley during these rounds, but it still looked like a very close match. And even during the third round, Jake's forehead was pretty much split open. He got a very nasty cut on his forehead from one of Tyron's punches, and even there was a headbutt in there as well. And that's because these guys were clinching so much during this fight. And during the fourth round, Tyron literally wrestled Jake to the ground after they clinched again. I mean, it just kept happening. And during round 5, the crowd started to boo because they just kept clinching each other.
Frankly, crowd booing, and I think they're booing with good reason, to be honest with you.
But round 6 is what made this whole fight worth it, because Jake Paul knocked out Tyron Woodley. He clean knocked him out. Just watch this. So this was Jake's biggest win ever. I mean, you could tell this guy is so happy here. He just knocked out a former UFC champion. I mean, it's absolutely insane that we've seen Jake go so far with boxing. But immediately after this knockout, there were tons of creators and people on social media that were saying that this fight was rigged, because they claim here that Jake Paul had twisted his hand just before he was about to knock out Tyron. It almost looked like he was signaling to Tyron that he was going to knock him out. Just watch this.
All right, about to start the controversy of the fucking year, boys. Ready? Watch Jake Paul's hand, right hand. Look at his right hand. As soon as he twists it, ready? Right here. He twists it right there. See that? And then, what do you know? Bam. Fucking rigged. Fucking rigged.
So this clip has actually gone viral recently, and there's TikToks with millions of views of people saying that this fight was rigged, and they're saying that Jake Paul was signaling to Tyron that he needs to be knocked out right now. There was also people saying that Tyron clearly dropped his hands just before Jake knocked him out.
Well, he dropped his hand for him.
It's rigged.
He drops his hand.
But there are a lot of experts saying that there is no way that Tyron would have gotten knocked out this badly if it was rigged. There's just no way that someone's going to put their health and even their life on the line like that just to have a rigged fight to make some extra money. It just didn't make any sense to people. The YouTuber Calix tweeted this out. He says that Jake Paul staged the fight conspiracy is one of the stupidest takes I've ever seen online. Literal 10 IQ. The YouTuber Mike Majak responded saying, like, yeah, one person's head was split wide open and the other got knocked completely unconscious, but it's fake. These are the same people that believe the earth is flat. So this is still huge for Jake, and the content creator Jordy tweeted this out. He says 3 years ago, Tyron Woodley was the UFC world champion, and Jake Paul hadn't even had a single professional fight. And then he shows the clip of Jake knocking out Tyron Woodley. I mean, it's just insane how quickly things change. In only a few years, Jake Paul is now one of the most well-known names in boxing. Jake tweeted this out last night. He says, I've KO'd everyone I've fought. And that's right, every single person that Jake Paul has fought has either lost by a technical knockout or by a knockout. Now, his last fight with Tyron Woodley was a split decision, but now he has actually knocked him out. So Jake is obviously doing very well for himself in the boxing scene, and now people are asking if KSI is even going to be able to beat him. Because for those of you who don't know, one of Jake's most anticipated and hyped up fights is him fighting the YouTuber known as KSI. These guys have had a beef for a very long time. They've been in a lot of controversy together, and they both clearly dislike each other. They hate each other. KSI even fought his brother, and KSI was able to win against his brother. And over the last year or so, people have wanted to see a Jake Paul versus KSI fight, but fans are now asking if KSI is even going to win at this point because Jake Paul has been training so hard this year and he's had 4 major fights that he's won. Now, for those of you who don't know, KSI currently has COVID and he's been tweeting out updates on his COVID progress, and this morning KSI tweeted this out. He says, COVID update day 4, I woke up and started to actually feel good and refreshed, then I saw Jake Paul won and I felt like shit again. And of course, after Jake Paul won again, we had a lot more professional athletes and fighters saying here that they want to now fight Jake Paul. They were all calling him out because they want to see if they can beat Jake Paul, and one of these people is Le'Veon Bell. Now, for those of you who don't follow football, Le'Veon Bell used to be a very well sought after running back. He was one of the highest paid in the NFL, and a few months ago, Le'Veon was signed to the Ravens active roster, and within just 5 games, he was actually released, and he's been a free agent ever since. Well, Le'Veon now wants to fight Jake Paul. He tweeted out last night saying, Jake Paul, fight me. Stop trying to fight people who can't box. He then tweeted out saying, I'm tired of watching him outbox people who don't even want to box. If he wants a boxing match, a real one, he'd fight me, period. Stop fighting small dudes who can't box. So it's interesting that Le'Veon would tweet this because Jake Paul has been fighting some pretty well-known and respected fighters like Tyron Woodley. I mean, Tyron is not a little dude. And Jake Paul tweeted this out just a few hours ago. He says, hey, Tyron Woodley, this clown is saying that you can't box. How about you show him as a part of our next MVP event? Tyron would drop you faster than the Ravens. So while there are many celebrities and fans trashing Tyron Woodley for losing his second fight against Jake Paul and getting knocked out, there are a lot of people that are saying, you know what, Tyron Woodley did this for the money. This guy's making a lot of money off of this, and he still ended up winning because he did make so much off of this. And Tyron Woodley has a $1 million guaranteed purse for this fight, plus he's getting a cut of the pay-per-view sales. He's getting 30% of the pay-per-view earnings. So even though Tyron might have lost the fight, this guy showed up within 2 weeks' notice, and he's made millions of dollars. And this has led to a lot of people making jokes about athletes fighting Jake Paul, because it looks like a lot of these athletes are making way more money fighting Jake Paul than they ever would with their other career. Like, Tyron is making way more money than he ever made fighting in the UFC. One person tweeted out saying, fighting Jake Paul is how athletes declare bankruptcy without actually saying it. Another person tweeted out saying, fighting Jake Paul is the athlete's version of selling your PlayStation. So if you're a professional athlete and you're running low on money and you need a lot of money very quickly, just fight Jake Paul and you will make a lot of money. Now, after the fight, during their press conference, Jake Paul calls out literally everyone here.
Jake, you look for your next 2 targets at that point? Is it Diaz or Basketball?
Everyone's a target. No one's safe. Hide your kids, hide your wife. I'm like Santa Claus, I'm coming down your chimney, I'll fuck everybody up. I'll fuck your whole family up. Yep.
And now a lot of fans are saying that Jake Paul needs to fight a professional boxer like Canelo Alvarez. That is one fighter that it seems like Jake Paul also wants to fight, and most viewers want to see this happen because they think this will be the fight where Jake Paul finally loses. Now, our next story for today comes from another well-known YouTube boxer. This guy's name is AnEsonGib. He has his own YouTube channel with millions of subscribers. You probably have seen his fights before. He fought Jake Paul, and many of Gibbs fans are still very upset about his last fight because he fought the TikTok star Taylor Holder, and people thought he clearly won. I mean, it looked like he was crushing Taylor the whole fight, but for some reason, it ended in a draw. But after a huge outcry from the whole YouTube community, they eventually overturned the decision, and Gib was announced as the winner. And this led to fans thinking that the fight could have been rigged, especially because the event organizer Social Gloves said that Taylor Holder won before the fight even ended. And now keep in mind that this event organizer Social Gloves was owned by Austin McBroom, who is a well-known YouTuber, and Gib tweeted this out just yesterday. He says, where is the announcement at? Ask Austin McBroom. And he posted a Twitter video here where he is saying that he was supposed to fight Austin McBroom, but Austin is not accepting his fight right now. Just watch this.
Where is the announcement? Where is the announcement they asked? Well, my friend, you should be asking that question to Austin McBroom because he's taken his sweet, sweet time to sign the papers. Venues, dates, location were all set in place. But the moment he heard that it was in the UK, panic began to set in. I'll fight him anywhere, but he showed me his card in security. My last fight was about redemption in Miami, which I claimed after whooping Taylor Holder round after round. But my moment was stolen from Social Gloves. So my next fight is all about revenge. It's all about beating the shit out of the event organizers, aka Social Gloves, aka Austin McBroom. This is the biggest money fight out there. AnEsonGib versus Austin McBroom, a grudge match indeed. So Austin, chop chop, sign the papers.
So this video completely blew up yesterday. It has over 500,000 views on Twitter, and now you have tons of fans that are going after Austin, saying that he needs to fight Gib and to stop holding back on this fight. And our next story for today comes from the massive YouTuber and streamer known as JSchlatt. Now you guys probably know who Schlatt is. This guy is huge on YouTube and he had a big stream as well. But Schlatt did end up taking a big break from streaming and he didn't stream on Twitch for a very long time. But just a few days ago, Schlatt announced that he was going to end up streaming on Twitch again. So he officially came back to Twitch 2 days ago and he had his first stream back. And this comeback stream was one of the biggest streams we've ever seen. One of the founders of the streaming group OTK tweeted this out. He says, Schlatt is at 100,000 plus live viewers in only 6 minutes of being live. I've never seen that on Twitch, never. And what really made this comeback stream so insane is that Schlatt decided to ban every single Minecraft stan in his Twitch chat. We are talking about thousands and thousands of people he banned within the first few minutes of him coming back to Twitch. And this just blew up his stream even more.
We made a bot to scrape every single Twitch account that had Carl Jacobs not found, was taken in it. All of them. Every single fucking one. Gentlemen, if you are part of the lucky few who will remain after this purge, I don't know what to say, gentlemen, but this is what it's all about. Get fucked! Fuck you! Fuck you! Never come back, bitch! All of you! Every single last one of you! I never want to see you ever fucking again on this Twitch stream! This is fucking mine! And there's no way any of you are gonna come in here with these bullshit-ass usernames and try and take my show away from me. This is tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, by the way, in this fucking document. All gone.
Know Something tweeted this out. He says Schlatt banning tens of thousands of Minecraft stands from his stream has got to be one of the greatest things a Twitch streamer has ever done. So while there were a lot of people happy to see that Schlatt finally banned all of the stands and that his stream is now the best stream ever because he has no stands in his chat, there were also a lot of people that were legitimately upset with Schlatt because he did this, especially because these were some of the people that did get banned during this big purge, and these stands were so upset that they got banned that they said some very nasty things over social media to Schlatt. I can't even put some of these on YouTube because they're just way too messed up, but they were very upset with him for banning them. Now our next story for today comes from Twitch. So last night, Amazon's Spanish Prime Video Twitch stream was streaming and they were playing games on this stream, and two of the women on this stream pulled their shirts up while the stream was live. Now obviously this is against Twitch's terms of service, and Twitch took action against this and they banned the Spanish Prime Video stream from Twitch. And this ban completely blew up. I mean, this tweet about them getting banned has over 30,000 likes on Twitter. People are talking about this everywhere. And what makes this ban such a big deal is that Twitch is owned by Amazon, and they banned Amazon's Spanish Prime Video account. So Twitch technically banned Amazon off their own platform. And our final story for today comes from the Terraria YouTuber known as GetGood. Now, GetGood's main YouTube channel was recently hacked, and this person that hacked him started to actually stream crypto scams on his channel. Now, over the past year, we've seen a lot more YouTubers get hacked, and it looks like it's because the hackers have a big financial incentive. What they do is they'll hack the YouTuber's channel and they'll scam people with crypto, and they'll try to make a lot of money off of it. But what makes this hack even more scary is how GetGood got scammed in the first place, and this was because the hacker sent him an email that looked legit about him getting a sponsorship. And the email apparently looked very real here, but this really was a hacker that got into his channel because he downloaded the files from what he thought was a sponsorship. Just watch this.
It all started with me replying to a sponsorship email I got a week ago, asking me to sponsor a famous mobile game, Monster Legends, which is a very popular and well-known game that got sponsored in a lot of popular YouTuber videos, even MrBeast and Dream. Coincidentally, also a childhood game I played when I was younger. The email looked very legit, it has near accurate information about the game, and Social Point is indeed the developer of Monster Legends, so I got interested with the offer and decided to reply to it. A week later I got a reply. They told me that they are interested in working with me too and sent me file documents about sponsorship in a mega.nz file, a trusted file domain. When I opened the file, nothing happened. I thought it was just an error and I brushed it off, not realizing it was the calm before the storm. Around 12 hours later, I was riding a motorcycle on my way to my home. I checked my phone, I was unable to log in to my YouTube and Google account. Panicking, I tried every way possible to get my account back. I tried changing my password, I tried authenticating via my phone number, I tried every single thing. It was all for nothing. They have bypassed my two-factor authentication, my account email address was changed, my backup email was changed, my phone number was changed, there is no other way I could do to log in back to my account. Not long after that, my channel name got changed to Cardano US, a lot of my videos got changed to private and they started streaming cryptocurrency scam on my channel. I lost a lot of subscribers during this. Not long after that, my channel got terminated. I was very stressed, I felt unmotivated and depressed, waiting for YouTube to answer me. I still don't understand why this happened to me. All I wanted to do is just to help people. If you know, most of my channel content is just quotes and probably entertaining. There are videos that never meant to harm other people. I still don't know where I went wrong to deserve this, but hey, at least it's been resolved and I got my channel back. I genuinely thank you, all of you, for your support. Please don't let anyone you care experience a similar situation to mine.
So for any YouTubers that are watching this, if you have a business email, please be wary of these scams. There are a lot of hackers going around right now trying to act like they're a real company, telling you that they're going to give you money for sponsorship, when in reality, they are just trying to hack into your PC to be able to get your YouTube account details so that they can scam people through crypto. It is a really scary thing, and it's happened to a lot of YouTubers recently. And that's it for our video today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Peace.